What if I told you this wasn't regular coffee, but instead coffee at a real New York City hotel breakfast? Even though there was a whole Big Apple to explore, first thing on the agenda was rest. 5 tired hikers can nap in one king bed, in case you were wondering. I have been sitting in that hotel room all day working on videos. Now it's time to get out, enjoy the city, and doing something you can only do in New York. Going to Target. Okay, if you couldn't tell, I was just kidding. After grabbing a few resupply items, it was off to explore the city. We were planning to head back towards the trail that evening, but our friend that used hotel points to get us the room in the first place got a second night free, and it was too good to pass up. The first thing we were after was cheap food. How does it feel to be eating real pizza in New York City?
Excellent.
Now, if you were a hiker on a budget, what would you do with a few extra hours in the big city? Pac-Man, how do you feel to be on a New York train station?
Oh, really good. I'm feeling good being right now.
After that train ride, I'm feeling not great, and I'm like, is that motion sickness from riding a train for 5 minutes? We went on a train adventure to go see a mural of one of Smoke's favorite artists. As twilight was fading into night, we found our way to Central Park and took a turn on the swings. Normally, anytime I move, my knees or feet or back is sore, but on the swings, I was flying back and forth without any of that. I was just in the moment, enjoying time with my friends. They say it's the city that never sleeps, but hikers do. So we started making our way back. Seeing everything lit up and so much going on was definitely a sensory overload, but it was really cool too. We stopped in the Hershey store just because. So many novelties to look at, experiences to partake in, knickknacks to buy. So different from the woods, campsites, and small towns that made up my world for the past 4 months. We got up later than we wanted to, and people are stressed about miles. Getting the miles done, getting back to the trail as soon as possible, but we're only doing the best we can.
It would get a little maybe.
I am so tired. I didn't want that train ride to end, and now I'm gonna have to walk and do things, but it has to happen at some point. My plan on the AT was to just buy a bug net when I needed it. I have 2 at my parents' house, but I'm like, they're like $3. I don't want to have my parents spend their time sending me something when I could just easily buy it. But do you know how much a Sea to Summit bug net costed at the REI in New York City? $16. That was not anywhere near how much I thought. But, you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. And now, after months of not wearing my hat because it's black and it's hot, it's just time to start wearing it again, because it kind of holds your bug net away from your face. And it makes you feel cool too. That's really the most important part. We're in Connecticut, the gateway to New England. Anybody want some free shoes? They have them here. That is the kind of service they provide here in Connecticut, but only if you're size 10. Are camping by this beautiful river, so why not go in it? Why not go for a swim? You know what? It's too cold. This isn't fun. It's already like 7 o'clock. Let's just go like eat dinner and chill.
I wanted to go in, but we're trying to conserve money, so.
My first morning in Connecticut. Pleasant walk by the river to start the day. Got a lot more sleep than I did in New York City. I'm really wanting to hike a lot of miles today, but it was a very pleasant start to the day, besides all these bugs. That lunch took over 2 hours. Normally a lunch break takes an hour at max. Really, I try to keep it shorter than that, but it's hard. Me and Smoke and Pac-Man were just all so tired. Definitely it has to do with New York and, you know, all that excitement, not really sleeping well. But it's so hard coming back to trail, and so hard, like, I've been tired for like 4 months now, but there's still like 10 miles I wanted to do today, so gonna keep chugging along. I'll probably get there at like 7 or 8, but honestly, for that nice long break, I think it was worth it. This section of trail is closed because of flooding, washed away a bridge. It's not safe to go. So there's almost a 3-mile road walk to get where this section would have normally taken you. There's fellow hikers here offering to give us a ride. So I'm thinking I might just skip the road walk. It's more than I usually would skip, but because it's a road walk, you know, it's not even a usual part of the trail. I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes.
And your bedtime is usually going to tell me where to go. So
I needed to go into town to work on video stuff either tomorrow or today. And since we were getting a ride, they were coming to Kent anyway. I was like, would you all mind dropping me off at the library? And now I'm really glad I did, because if you look at the sky, looks like there's a storm a-brewing. After spending so much time in the library trying to get stuff done, I still need more time. It'd be nice if I could spend the night somewhere with Wi-Fi. And if you have a friend that's really good at hitching rides, sometimes you get to stay in a hotel. And I do feel like the slackingest backpacker in the whole world for, you know, going to New York City, having a night on the trail, staying in a hotel again. But, oh well, I'm okay with slacking.
That's where I shop now.
I have been so lucky the past 48 hours or so. The same guy who gave us a ride to the hotel gave us a ride from the hotel to the trail, and on the way we were talking about how we're running out of food, we're low on supplies. So he was like, well, I'll just take you to the grocery store, like, I can wait, no problem. Then he hung out with us as we were enjoying lunch at the trailhead. So cool. And it's so nice just because he didn't have to do that, you know, but sometimes there are just really nice people out there. They enjoy hanging out with thru hikers, and we enjoy hanging out with them. Now, kind of have a lot of miles to walk, but so worth it.
I think your waterfall approach is the best way.
I'm doing a bit of a night hike tonight because the morning was so slow and I still wanted to get plenty of miles in today. It's like it got dark at 8:30 or something, so it's a bit of a struggle, but I don't mind. So last night I did not reach the planned destination. Just put the tent up wherever you could find, and we're about to see why I didn't want to go the extra mile to where I had planned. There's apparently a huge uphill, it's a rock scramble, and people get lost all the time. So, didn't want to do that in the dark. Now we're gonna see what it looks like in the day. This is a coffee flavored milkshake, and it's the best thing I've ever had. So good. Seriously, so good. I think this is my favorite thing I've consumed on the whole AT. Beer, food, drinks, anything. This is the best. How is it?
It's really good.
It's been a sweaty, buggy, low motivation day, but luckily this mountainside cafe came right in time for lunchtime, and it was so good. I'm so full. Just cooling down and being in the air conditioning for a second, being away from the bugs, that was so nice. Sounds like there's a storm a-brewing, but luckily we found Pac-Man, and Pac-Man had found a cave, so hopefully that keeps us dry enough and we can just wait out the storm a little bit. It'll be like we were never in it. How does it feel to be in a cave instead of out in the storm?
Drinking coffee, listening to this. It's pretty vibrant right now.
It's pretty fun. I like the cave.
Hanging out in the cave was pretty nice, but now afterwards, it's been pretty nightmarish with all these mosquitoes. I stopped walking to put on bug spray, and a swarm of them descended on me, biting me behind my ears, on my fingers, like so gross. Horrific, really. The golden hour faded, and unfortunately, the only place to camp for the next few miles was down a steep, rocky side trail, half a mile down the mountain. Not ideal, but I couldn't wait to sleep.